Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, The Beginnings of Science. This is probably the third take I've done because I've lost footage and I don't know where my quick save is. And I don't want to revert back on the basis that it might take me back several missions. So, I will just kind of recap what happened. First, you'll notice that the Mark II is now over at MUN, and there's some decidedly missing things off my list. Originally what happened was the Mark II took off. It was about somewhere in the middle space between MUN and Kerbin. I was setting up for some maneuvers and somehow hit the spacebar and detached the probe. Now, I had to reattach the probe to get it out here because without the probe I had no way of controlling it. That was problem number one. Problem number two was getting it docked. I swore so much during that process of getting the two ships docked, because of where the probe had now been attached to, was throwing the ship off center, that I deleted that little bit of footage that I had. The next problem I had, it seems to be a lot of problems. I recorded the docking, and it was successful, of the Mark I's landing body. I was legitimately excited. I was very happy. I was able to get it up off the ground and docked. And that's actually a really nice shot. So we'll look at it this way. So yes, I did get this back up here, docked successfully. And now I'm debating on what to do with it, because I used the probe to deorbit the Mark I science can into MUN without thinking that I should probably detach it, because when I decoupled it from here at the back end, or this engine here, it left the decoupler attached to the probe, so I could not use its thruster to bring it or use the thruster at all on the back of that probe. So yeah, I've had a lot of bad luck on top of just being sick. It's been fun. But with that, we're going to move on, because it's kind of irritating and I don't want to do it again. However, we will be docking again because this craft is going to go down to MUN. Also, I've decided that after this episode, I'm going to be doing an interplanetary mission. Now, I was going to do just a single crew to an extra or a different planet. I've changed my mind yet again because I'm indecisive at times. I'm going to send a 3-man crew. 2 to pilot the tug, 1 to pilot the lander when it gets there. Kind of this setup I have now, except without the science body. But more on that when the time comes, of course. Now, as you'll notice, I have 2 people in here. And Bill is still inside the science. And I can show you all the reviewed data I have. I have 9 samples. The sample appears, yada yada yada. We'll keep that data. I've sent back all the crew reports I could, and all the EVA logs that I could. All things that would make it seem a little, that gets no loss of science by sending them back through transmissions. So, Giadorf, yeah, that's his name. He's back. He's sitting in the command pod. He's all excited. Bob, who got word today, he is now going to go to the surface of MUN for the first time. You can just see the thrill, the admiration on his face. He's just so exuberant looking. Actually, it looks more like he's crapping his pants. So we'll EVA him out. Let go. And we will take and ow, don't hit your head. And we'll climb inside. This is what Jardorf sees when he looks out his window. He's like, I was down on that surface, and it was fun. However, Bob sees empty space and cold lines around the window. Okay. Now, first things first is we need to find a spot we have not been. And the easiest way to do that is to go into map mode. And we will look for... We haven't been here. And we are actually going there. So, we will just want to do one other check here real quick. Make sure we're full on everything. We will decouple. And we will back away. There we go. We have backed away. Let's see, that's prograde, and that's retrograde. So, if I'm correct, let's set up a maneuver node right here. And bring ourselves into there somewhere. Okay, we'll activate our engine. And in 1 minute we will fire our engine. And that'll be the docking port or one of these three that we reattach to. Yeah, Bob certainly does not look happy. This does have lights on it, doesn't it? Okay, good. It still has lights. And let's let that slipstream away. And 37 seconds, and we will land again on Mun. Because I think what I'll do is I'll use this little craft here to return... No, I won't. I'm going to have to return all the science. We'll think about that later. There we are. I want to be in free mode. Let's go ahead and get ourselves down. Okay. And right here, 376 meters per second. So that'll be about a 40-second burn, or, well, close to a minute. Let's go ahead and just add a maneuver there. And we'll time warp ourselves up. Actually, let's point ourselves this way. Oh, we're inside the far side crater already. You know what? This looks like a good enough landing spot. Go ahead and burn off our speed. Let's get our gear out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh boy. Well, we get the chest at F5 now after all. So, or the F9 rather. Oh boy.